Hello everybody, I'm Nitin Naushad, roll number 60 of the class of ESC. My topic is architecture of iOS. So basically it's going to be a very short presentation. What we're going to do is discuss on what exactly iOS is and then what are the different layers of the iOS architecture. And then why is iOS special? And then why the advantage, disadvantage and a few more features of iOS devices. So that's it. That's a summary of what I'm going to do. So huge welcome, and let's start off with the question on what exactly is iOS. Now, iOS is a mobile operating system which was developed by Apple Incorporation for iPhones, iPads, and other Apple mobile devices. Now, iOS is the most used mobile operating system after Android. Right. So it's after Android because Android is an open source software. So like people around the world will be contributing to Android, and more and more features will be tested and trialed by new beginner programmers. While Apple, it's totally limited to an incorporation. Everything is under their control, so that's not open source. So there's a limit. That's why it's the second most used. Other than that, let's go on. Layered architecture of iOS. So, which like it has four layers. We'll just discuss on what exactly layered architecture is. So, the layers between the application layer and the hardware layer will help for the communication among them. And in terms of layers, the lower level layers, they give basic services, okay, like Bluetooth or something very basic on which all applications rely on. That is, it's everything depends on that basic core layer. And the higher level layers provide graphics and interface related services. That are the add-on features. For each particular device, the extra features will be different. So all of those comes in the topper layers. So most of the system interfaces come with a special package called a framework. So framework is where the secret lies in. Now, the four layers. So four layers, the basic lowest layer is core OS, then core services, then the media, then the Cocoa Touch. Okay, now previously I had told about a framework. So what exactly is a framework? A framework is a directory that holds dynamic shared library files. So that includes .a files and related resources like images, header files, helper apps which are required to support that particular library. Now every layer have a set of framework which the developer used to construct the applications. You could compare it to, what do you say, if it's a chip, then you have something called firmware, that is the basic code. Similarly, for an architecture, framework is actually, it has a lot of shared library files and the developer works on those library files. Okay, now let's go to each layer. Core OS layer. So it's the lowest layer, and all the other technologies are built upon these core OS layers. So for any core device, let's say like a simple phone, this will be the features that will be available in that phone. So core Bluetooth framework, as the name suggests, it has a Bluetooth service. So any IoT or anything related to communication will go through Bluetooth. Accelerate framework, external accessory framework. Let's just say if it is some other device, we call them peripherals. So here it's actually other devices and the compatibility with them. So that all of those comes in the external accessory. Then security services, and then local authentication, which is the personal info related data. So all of this, the core important stuff comes in the OS layer and the lowest layer, and everything is built upon this one layer. Core services layer. Now these are just few of the services, but according to the feature or according to the device, this will improve or decrease. So starting off with address book framework. As the name suggests, it's kind of like the contact list, in our contacts in our phone. So the data of the people, that's the address. Then iCloud is very popular, and the big thing is that we share data from our phone to a secure cloud, and we could arrange accordingly 5 GB RAM space, everything like that. So all of those features comes in the CloudKit. Core location framework, GPS, simple as that, tracking your location around the world. Core motion framework, so apps like Strava, Run, or those applications which check our health, like number of steps we take, heartbeat, all of those work under sensors which monitor motion, or motion detecting sensors. That part comes under core motion framework. So these core services are actually checking for each particular feature of a device. So this will keep on increasing, keep on decreasing, it will vary for people. Now, social framework, they take care of the social platforms, Instagram, Snapchat, so on, so on. HomeKit and HealthKit. It's basically what do you say, frameworks which are used for compatibility with Internet of Things. IoT devices, there are a lot of applications coming in. So smarter home, smarter lights, Siri, all of those comes under home and HealthKit frameworks. So that is core services. Media layer. The one reason why iOS, what do you say, Apple is extremely popular is because of the extremely good user interface. So that comes under media layer, UI kit graphics. Then core graphic frameworks, well, it's just the view and the GUI of the particular device. Then animation, images, image editing is epic for Apple. Then media player frameworks. Okay, that's for media layer. Then coming on to Cocoa Touch. Cocoa Touch is also known as the application layer, which acts as an interface for the user to work with the iOS operating system. It supports touch and motion events and many more features. So it's like an extra add-on. Why iOS, the small things why iOS is special is because the touch features, the small, what do you say, extra zoom ins and everything. Now, frameworks in Cocoa Touch. So as the name suggests, Game Kit related to Game Center, Map Kit gives a scrollable map, Push Kit, it's a registration support, Event Kit, it's for viewing and changing events, that is what do you say, perspective views. So these are the small things. Cocoa Touch is the small extra add-ons iOS has. Why is iOS special? The sole reason why iOS is special is because of this safety features. More in detail, iOS is entirely distinct from other computer operating systems. Why? Because it retains all the devices within its safe shell, and all applications stay away from one another and will not interfere with each other. So unlike Android, we cannot interact with WhatsApp and Chrome at the same time, or there cannot be data sharing between two extracurricular devices. So here one user must seek another user's permission to interact with another device. So it's called stretching in their language, and it is extremely unique to iOS. That is, every step for data sharing, they ask for passcodes, what do you say, iCloud passcodes. That's basically a simpler understanding. It's just more secure. That's the main reason why iOS is special. Then the advantages, UI is extremely good. This is something which I personally feel. Then it's extremely more secure. Business and gamers use iOS more. It's more intuitive. That is, we just feel like using it. It has lesser heat generation in comparison to other devices. Now the disadvantages is it is expensive, truth. It is not open source. I had mentioned the first slide. Storage, they don't provide much storage. It's actually a huge marketing strategy that Apple follows. Then battery, it consumes too much battery. These are the disadvantages. Now, but then I think the advantages are actually weighing more, but it depends on people. More features of iOS. Multitasking is made easier. iBook, App Store, iTunes, Game Center, and emails, and iWatch, AirPod, MacBook, they kind of work as a family, and their compatibility and their cooperation, their communication is extremely good. They work together and very good. Camera quality is outstanding, the best feature of iOS in general. Then powerful API, it's extremely secure, and Siri is a very good communication software platform, voice communication. Safari is a not very safe, but safer form of web browser. So these are just a few features of iOS devices in general, and that will be all. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.